So I'm going to tell you some embarrassing personal things about myself because I feel like we have that kind of relationship. So I have a pretty bad speech impediment. I don't know if you guys can tell, I can't say my R's very well. It's very embarrassing. It gets me in a lot of trouble. It's not as bad as it used to be though. It used to be really bad. It used to be I couldn't say the letter R at all. Like, for example, I used to have this huge crush on this girl, you guys. She was an art student at UCSB. And one day she was having an art gallery showing some of her paintings. So I went to the show, I was looking at her paintings, I was trying to think of something clever to say about them, something to make her think I really knew a lot about art, but I just couldn't think of anything. So later, when I ran into her, and she asked me, so, what did you think of my paintings? All I could think to say was, wow, your paintings are so artistic. And she was like, what? Like, no, you don't say paintings, they're really artistic. It's a really artistic painting. It's like, you have to have a truly artistic mind to paint something like that. That is an artistic painting. Oh, wow. So I want to brag, you guys, but my grandfather is a bit of a hero. My grandfather, that's true. When my grandfather was only 23 years old, he shot down 5 Japanese military planes in one day. In one day, my grandfather shot down 5 Japanese military planes. Thank you very much. Now, granted, I have no idea what my grandfather was doing in Japan in the year 1965. But that's still impressive, you guys. So speaking of family, I don't really like going home to visit my parents that much because every time I go home to visit my parents, I always get into a huge fight with my dad. Like over the dumbest things, I'll get into a massive fight with my dad. The last time I went home, my dad actually accused me of being bulimic. He was like, Adam, I heard you throw up in the bathroom for 3 days in a row. For 3 days in a row, I heard you throw up in that bathroom. I think you're bulimic. And I was like, wow. I am really getting good at hiding my massive alcoholism. So, a lot of comedians like to talk about how crazy their ex-girlfriends are. I don't really do this because the thing is, I spent the majority of my early and mid-20s going in and out of psych wards and mental health housing programs. So, my idea of a crazy ex-girlfriend is way different than the average guy. I used to live in this place called Phoenix House, this mental health housing program, and I started seeing this girl who lived there. She was the full package, guys. She had everything. She was smart, she was beautiful, and she was very, very bipolar. One day, she came home late after curfew, extremely high on meth. I never said she was perfect. And unfortunately, she was then kicked out of the house. A month goes by. I don't hear a word from this girl. Then one day, out of nowhere, I'm walking through a park. When she comes up, she starts to talk to me. The problem is, she is so high, out of her mind, she can't really speak English. It's more like she's speaking this strange Elvish type of language. So I'm like, oh my god, hey, how you doing? And she's like, well, that's great. So, what have you been up to? Zanzibar. Yeah, I gotta go. So I turn to walk away, but before I can, she grabs my arm and starts pulling me towards the center of the park, towards this giant gazebo where she has set up a tent with a sleeping bag inside. Before I know what's happening, she pulls me into the tent and we start making out. Things start to escalate, and then, things start to escalate. And before I know, before I know it, she starts taking off her clothes. Now, this is the moment when all of my alarms go off. I'm like, Adam, okay, hold on, wait a second. You live in a mental health housing program. Curfew is in 20 minutes from now. If you're not back home within 20 minutes, you will be kicked out of the house and you will be homeless. Adam, are you really the type of man to risk homelessness just so you can have sex with a woman in a public park? And then she took off her top and I was like, apparently I am. Alright, so when I was a teenager, I was diagnosed with having this thing called, this type of high-functioning autism called Asperger's. I don't usually tell people that I'm autistic because I always get the exact same reaction whenever I tell people that I'm autistic. They're always like, oh, you're autistic, huh? You don't seem not autistic. You could actually pass for normal. And I know they're not trying to be insulting, but you wouldn't go up to any other group and be like, oh, you're Jewish? No, you don't seem that Jewish. You could actually pass for normal. Yeah, I'm not getting a big Jewy vibe from you at all. Hold on, let me throw some pennies by your feet. Wow, you didn't even go for them. Oh, how amazingly not Jewish you do seem. But the worst, ladies and gentlemen, the absolute worst thing about having Asperger's is it's called Asperger's. That is its clinically diagnosed name. And the only reason it's called Asperger's is because Dr. Johann Asperger was one of 3 different doctors that discovered Asperger's. What the hell were the names of the other 2 doctors if Asperger is the clear frontrunner? Okay, let's see. We can either name this after Dr. Johann Asperger, or after Dr. Peter D. Pickledick, or after Dr. Reginald D. Pussyface III. Ladies and gentlemen, I would rather have Pussyface than Asperger's any day of the freaking year. I will march down the street, my head held high, a song in my heart, a sign above my head. My name is Adam, and I have Pussyface. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. And give it up again for Mr. Terrence Washington.